Well, it's a common problem thousands experience daily. But what if I told you your bloating might have nothing to do with what you eat? Instead, it could be a sign of something totally different.
Around a third of Aussies suffer regularly, but those bloating symptoms could be your body's way of sending you a message. And understanding what it means might just be the key to beating the bloat. For more, Dr. Anthea Todd joins us, the skateboarding doctor. Great to have you with us on the Gold Coast. So what's our body trying to tell us when we experience bloating?
Well, bloating is so common, but it's actually not normal. So the first thing to think about when you experience bloating is to wonder, is this something serious? So if you're noticing, not to put you off your breakfast this morning, if you're noticing changes with your stool where it's black or green, or you're noticing blood, then that's where we need to go to the doctor. But if you're not noticing any of those things, we need to listen in a different way. And as you guys are right, it's not just about food.
So what else is it to do with?
So we can think about stress. So when we are stressed, what happens is our diaphragm can get quite tight and our stomach acid decreases. So when we eat foods, our stomach doesn't have the things it needs to be able to digest the foods properly, and that can cause bacteria to build up and gas to be produced.
Right, so although it feels like it's the food because it's what's going in, it's actually what it's reacting with within our body before it happens. So how can we avoid it? How can we avoid bloating and some of those, I guess, stress reactions?
So there's a couple of things. So it's breathing properly. So a lot of us, when we bloat, we don't want to push out our belly when we're breathing in because we look more like Santa Claus, but that's actually what we need to do. So when you breathe in, push your belly out, and when you breathe out, look like a surfboard. That's what our breathing's meant to be. Then we can think about minding our stress levels and also electrolytes. They can be really helpful for increasing our digestive juices.
So dehydration plays a part too.
Yes, exactly. So that's where the electrolyte piece comes in. So when we're drinking a lot of water, sometimes we can get more bloat because we're actually diluting our stomach acids. But when we have the electrolytes, that helps us give our stomach acid the things it needs to be produced, so then we can digest our foods properly.
If we're not seeing the symptoms that you mentioned earlier, but we're having prolonged bloating, should we go see someone?
Yeah, it can be a good idea. If you've never had it checked before and you're concerned, it's always good to go and get checked. But if you've been checked and you feel like you're sort of lost in this space between where no one can give you answers, it's really important to look at your stress levels, because a lot of people might notice they bloat when they're at home with pasta, but then they go on holidays to Italy and they don't bloat.
Right.
That's where we know stress is probably playing a factor.
Okay. I feel like we should be where you are right now. It looks very stress-free there. Anthea, thanks for your time this morning.
Or just go to Italy and test it out.
Yeah, that would be nice too, wouldn't it?